Hey there and welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. My name is Andrew, and in today's episode we're talking about how you can make money from home and online as a spiritual, religious, or cultural advisor. I hope you find today's video helpful. Let's get to it. As I said, welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. My name is Andrew, and today we're talking about how you can make money as a spiritual, religious, or cultural advisor. Now, what does it mean to be any one of those three? Well, essentially, no matter which one you choose, spiritual, religious, or cultural, they're all essentially the same concept. And what does it mean to be an advisor in one of those categories? Well, many people assume that when you hear a spiritual advisor, religious advisor, or a cultural advisor, that you're somebody who's going to share a perspective on those different niches or categories in that field to help somebody with a problem or a teaching. Most people consider the spiritual or religious advisor more or less the preacher or priest or pastor of a church. But it's not strictly limited to that particular lead person within a church setting. You can actually be a spiritual advisor because of your knowledge and personal experience. You could be a religious advisor based on not only your teachings and experience, but your knowledge within your perspective religious belief. And then a cultural advisor could be any one of the previous, as well as somebody who has a deep understanding of your culture. For instance, I am a spiritual leader within the Native community. How did I get to be in this position? Well, one, I was raised by many of my elders in the Native community with the teachings from my childhood, and still learning to this day on the various different tasks within our Native community. It is a lifelong process in which I can share my learning experience with others in the Native community to further help them along on their journey. I'm also an ordained minister thanks to a couple friends who actually operate a church, and seen that I had a deep understanding not only of my traditional Native spirituality, but have a great deal of knowledge when it comes to Christian and Catholic beliefs as well, and can dabble in all three different aspects as well as other world religions, because I have studied many of them and have many friends across the different religious and spiritual beliefs. And then I also have a great deal of cultural knowledge as a Native American. I am Chippewa, Ottawa, and Potawatomi. And for those of you who might speak a little bit of Anishinaabe-Moan, it is Ojibwe, Odawa, and Bodewadmik. And because of my family bloodline, I am required to a very deep degree to know a lot of our cultural beliefs and ways of doing things, because it is my responsibility as a 7th generation Pontiac to know a great deal of our history and the struggles that we've faced over the last 500 plus years with the occupation of Turtle Island, or North, Central, and South America, and to be able to know and understand our cultural teachings and be able to preserve and share them with the next 7 generations. And that's where you could be able to offer your services, whether you're a spiritual, religious, or cultural advisor. As a spiritual advisor, you would be somebody to go to ask questions of spiritual teachings as well as personal well-being, whether it's dealing with stress and relationships within your family or within your community, how to do specific ceremonies, or what is good to do in ceremony and what shouldn't be done in ceremonies, what different kind of ceremonies there are and how you could participate, or maybe you had a loved one who has passed away and need a specific type of funeral service done, and you can go to the spiritual advisor and find out what wouldn't be needed for that specific person, friend, or relative to have that kind of ceremony done. In the aspect of a religious advisor, pretty much the same concept. You would be able to go to them and ask questions about depression, stress, dealing with community, dealing with family, the different beliefs when it comes to the Bible or whatever faith it is that you may be in that you have knowledge on. What do the different passages mean? And how do they apply to you today compared to what they're written like way back in ancient times? A cultural advisor may be somebody that has a, we'll say, Native American background and has specific Native clan teachings, because each specific clan had a different role within their community. And you would be able to offer services for a small fee or contribution to you for the time that you're going to spend with them, whether it is talking about a specific thing for teaching wise, whether it's going to be life coaching where they can help you manage your stress and emotions and learn ceremonies and things like that. In some cases, a spiritual or religious advisor may be somebody who is a prominent spiritual leader within their community and can help you do ceremonies or do ceremonies on your behalf or perform weddings and funerals and other things like that. In which case, there may be a heftier fee associated with it, depending on what spiritual belief you are, what religious belief you are, and what culture you are. Everybody has their own specifics of do's and don'ts within that respective community. And you can offer your services on your own website and on social media and LinkedIn. Myself, I would not put something like that per se onto a freelancing website. You could possibly find them there, but I don't know if I would specifically look there for that. Spiritual, religious, and cultural advisors is better when it's in person compared to virtually. That's my personal opinion. But this is one of the many ways that you could be able to potentially make an income from home, and it is just one of a great deal. If you're interested in learning more in detail, you can head on over to consultablindguy.com/blog and read articles there on this and many other topics. Or you can also purchase a copy of my book, Income Booster 100 Plus Businesses that you can start from home and ditch the 9 to 5. Whether you're full-time or part-time employed, unemployed, disabled, stay-at-home parent, retiree, or college student, doesn't matter. There's literally something in there that will help you start making money within a few minutes from watching this video. And there are some great resources in there to help you get started right away. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and drop them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you stay safe and have a great day or evening depending on where you are in the world, and we'll see you in the next episode.